Hello guys, and welcome back to Supreme Ruler 2030 with our Israel playthrough. In the last episode, we finally got research sharing with America, and we are now researching a host of new units, both land, air, and sea, to combination replace, upgrade, and also add to our total amount of units and what we have available, including some types that we don't really have anything of, such as capital ships. We also finished building a fuck ton of power, which got us actually pretty well off on power. And now we have a bunch more factories we built, exploiting all the new rubber we got that's natural. But we're already starting to fall behind on the amount of production we need for consumer goods, for example. It's doing much better. It's doing much better. But we actually need more of it to be self-sufficient, funny enough. While looking at what I've acquired from my research here that I've exchanged with America, I can now make advanced solar plants, which is like an upgrade to other. So other is now just completely irrelevant now, because this costs only a little bit more yearly, but makes almost 3 times as much. And fusion plants. Fusion, of course, being better than nuclear here, as you can see, does not rely on uranium, which is limited. Instead, you just spend more on money and get a little bit more power in exchange. Very expensive. Long term, not as efficient as other options, but it's very space efficient. Very good if you're trying to min-max supply in an area potentially, or if you just don't have a lot of space, which in Israel, initially we wouldn't have. Advanced solar, definitely a nice land-based alternative to these naval turbines. Sort of like hydro in many ways, but you could put it wherever the hell you want. The maintenance in the long run is a bit higher. The upfront cost is going to be, a little bit lower, a notably bit lower with less industry goods required, and a higher overall output per plant. In the long term, probably very similar efficiency regardless. So whenever we don't have any hydro places available, we don't need to stimulate the economy, advanced solar would be a very good option, because I don't care about being really space efficient. This makes almost like half of what this makes, and it does it for about 1/3 of the price. I love it. I haven't finished any research recently, and I'm already getting new research that America's finishing, because, oh my good God, I'm afraid to even know how many research centers they have. It's a lot. They have at least a dozen. At least. That's an insane amount, and we're just going to be getting all of it now. Definitely worth the money I spent. I'm already recuperating the money we spent very quickly without really needing to raise any prices or anything. And even while going, by the way, full funding on insurgency and on government support to oppose and fund insurgency on Georgia as we get ready to invade it. We still have a positive budget without considering trades. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put a barracks down on Monrovia, the capital over here, where we already have an air base and a seaport. No wonder this acts as a supply hub. It is a supply hub. So I'm doing that because I want us to have a place to recover and recuperate troops if I ever decide to invade the Ivory Coast, which very well might happen, to be honest. They have a fuck ton of rubber, way more than Liberia. And they're right there, They're right bordering us. And in addition to that, look how much expanding my consumer goods, the amount I did. There's only a couple factories, really, has demanded from me in rubber. So eventually more rubber is probably going to be needed, and this is the most convenient place to get it from. But for now, we're not worrying about that. For now, we're worrying about coal and the Middle East. Well, this is kind of like Europe, technically, but, I'm going to go around getting rid of some stuff we don't need. I'm going to get rid of our limited amphibious transport we have, separate to the San Antonio that we specifically purchased. These are going to just be scrapped because we don't really need them. They're not really doing anything for me. I might start looking at some of these other things as well, some of these planes. At the very least, we can get rid of a Huey. We don't need a Huey at this point. We finished the universal immunizations, so that's nice. There's not really any other units we would want. Probably never going to use this mobile radar, so we're just going to get rid of that. I prefer my recon to also be fighters, honestly. What is this? A new unit Is this another AWACS? It's another AWACS. What's the difference? Better range in terms of recon, not better range in terms of flight. Way less money to produce. Way less money. More personnel. Worse reaction time. It weighs a bit more. Its initiative is lower. So, probably easier to blow up. But it costs way less to build and maintain. It's way newer. We'll exclude the old spotter here. What I'm making for that purpose right now is just the E-Hunter. It's pretty fucking old. Its maintenance is pretty chill, really. It's old. It's a drone. It's not an AWACS. Its range is not as good because of that. It's also close range instead of long range. I've been planning to get an AWACS eventually. I think this might be a pretty good one, honestly, for the long range recon and for being a mid-air target that flies instead of hovers. Yeah, let's throw that on the pile. Let's get an actual proper AWACS, why don't we? I think we still don't have, oh we do, a tactical bomber, we do, but this is a drone. And it's close range, but there's still nothing that stands out to me that would be worth going after for sure. What is this? Holy motherfucking shit, that is advanced, isn't it? But what good is it? What good's a transport that can only carry 74 tons? Why is it so expensive? It can barely transport anything. It seems like a waste if you ask me. 3 things. Number 1, we can now build missile defense satellites. So that's cool. They are very expensive, but that's cool. Now we have 10 of them building. That will be nice. Secondly, I am marching. We're getting ready to invade Georgia. My plan is quite simple and quite ineffective. We're going to start right here, and then we're going to go through all their infrastructure until we reach the opposite side of their nation and take their capital. Because this is what we have access to, and you cannot bother me to gain access from this route, because the infrastructure is so bad over here anyway. So long as nobody intervenes, then nothing should go wrong. As for number 3, Moldova and that Pacific island that keeps allying everybody, they've made an alliance. Yeah, we're just stacking up. Our efficiency is pretty good. It could be better. We could definitely have better efficiency than we do. And I could get that by, say, doubling military salaries. I've eased off of that in the past due to concerns of funding it. But I might, we usually do end up doing pretty well recently. And I have not commanded all these guys to, like, stay here. I literally just gave them a lazy bulk order because we're just fighting AI. I could be bothered to say, you know, raise that stuff. Also, maybe to raise research efficiency as well. But it's at 90%. I don't even know if it can go above that. Now that it tells me an actual percentage. So I'm not really sure about that. But as for the units, of course, the higher the efficiency, the better. So I am tempted to just, you know, double this as you've seen me do because we can afford it. And it would be very beneficial to have as much efficiency as possible. And as you can see, our efficiency is not maxed on anybody. Meaning we could definitely stand to gain something. Maybe I could raise it without maximizing it. Is this a 50 bar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Yeah, it's a 50 bar. So if we do say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we've raised it to 60%. Because they're very efficient as is. They don't need to be fully efficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should hopefully be enough to maybe get them to where we want them. Maybe not. Have to keep an eye on that. But for now, we've destroyed their efficiency and we have the justification that we can get. Let's go ahead and declare war. Didn't seem like anyone we were allied with was allied with them. So that's good. Let's give just a big, lazy, nice order here to waypoint our way that far, because that's all we have. Oh, wait, nope, here we go. Yeah. Just lost mutual defense with... This is basically everybody. Basically everybody. I'm sure it's not actually everybody, so that's going to be fun to get back. Let me go, I guess, get to work on that. Okay, so my repeated invasions have just hurt my opinion basically everywhere to the point where I have almost no mutual defense with anybody remaining. And almost nobody will take it back with me, so that's fun. But funny enough, we still have it with Turkey. So maybe they'll help us. Not that they need to. We're already marching in. This is normal speed, by the way. And we're just annihilating everything that's in the region. This is going immediately pretty well. What the fuck was that? Territorial incursion by Armenia? It's probably somewhere around here. Actually, it'll show me, right? Yeah, it's just in the war area. This doesn't matter. We've gone down the road pretty well so far. They're getting all their units out, all with low efficiency. So we're not really going to have a whole lot of problem with actually just moving over here with literally just a land force, by the way. We have enough troops. Supply over here sucks because, you know, we just rolled in, but there's a couple of supply trucks in here to make sure that we're not just fully running out of supply or anything too quickly. And we've reached that target. Let's make sure we take these things here and just kind of march towards Gori. That's another main objective we want to take. Here's some counter offers. Mutual defense with Greece and America. I have to pay them. And Slovakia and Indonesia made an alliance. Additionally, Estonia and Poland are willing to take our money for mutual defense back. I think the Armenians are coming here to try to help the Georgians, but they're really taking the wrong path. They really are. They should be coming up, but they're trying to go around towards the initial contact point. Here's where supplies run out. These are all the units that have run out of supply. They'll get supply back very quickly. And I mean, in fact, do I have any supply planes deployed? I have a couple. Oh, the C-130s are here? The C-130s cannot hold as much as my Hasidas. That's quite interesting. Nor can they go as far. C-130Js, 1997. Hasidas, 2007. Still impressive, if you ask me. But I'll take these. Add them to selection. They're already in Turkey. They're already coming here. Okay. AI had the same idea as me. Ukrainians are showing up, probably not to help me. Because I don't have mutual defense with Ukraine. I just have, like, line of sight. Yeah, Alright. Well, we've arrived at Gori. Let's proceed to the capital from here. Because that's essentially what we'll want to do here. And everything here is getting its supply back. Yep, we just want to march on Gori because now the Armenians are figuring it out. The Azerbaijanis are going to be arriving to assist Georgia real soon. And even the Ukrainians are trying. Welcome to Supreme Ruler 2030. And they literally just surrendered. I had paused to do something, but I unpaused. It's like 1 second after I finished that sentence. We have our annexation here. There you go. Nice, quick little blitzkrieg there, if I do say so myself. Let's stay paused. Garrisons are fine. Everything here that's the land needs to head back to Israel and then kind of sort itself out from there. But let's see if we've taken anything that we don't want from them. Anything that's surrendered to us that is not a garrison, potentially. So far, it's just all my invasion force. There's a couple things here. It's howitzer, howitzer, howitzer. These howitzers gotta go. Select all. Oh, no, 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 no. Just howitzers, please. We'll just scrap them. In addition to that, anything beyond there? We have some Strelas. We definitely do not need Strelas. We'll just scrap them. No need for money, really. Land. Anything else over here? Generally, there's some merchant marines here. They have supply trucks. Those are fine enough. These must have been theirs just out and about. We gotta land these somewhere and tell them to scrap. They have to go over here. We got a patrol boat from them. Definitely getting rid of that. We got some supply helicopters, much worse than what we can use. And also these supply trucks are pretty much worse as well. We'll go ahead and scrap those as well. I can't even do that. Some of them don't have a scrap. They just have a sell. Here you go. Land units. The land ones can scrap. The air ones have to sell for some reason. Oh, no. Now it's fine. Okay. Give the scrap orders. Everybody else has an order to leave. So we do that. Order garrisons to be placed. Order structure repair. Now let's take a look at... We have some mids to scrap. Yep, they were a nation of mids. Even their military production, mids. We're going to need to look at making some more military goods production very soon. And by very soon, I might mean like basically right now. Let's place one down. Let's say right here. And put next to it some more consumer goods because we're going to need more of that. We already have enough indie goods, I feel like. We're already building a lot and stretching it, and we still have enough. We've also taken over 3 land production, 1 naval, and 1 air. So this is a pretty self-sufficient area. That used to be like my setup for every colony that I took over in SRU. I loved that as a setup. Just put the 3 land and 1 air and 1 hex, and then put 1 naval somewhere else. That used to be what I did in SRU. I don't have any production at all in, oh man, we could just see so many units with these satellites now. In Liberia, because I don't feel like we need to keep anything over there just yet. Maybe as we get larger over there, but this is all I really care about right now. If all of our rubber gets taken from us tomorrow, that's fine, because the rubber will still end up on the market anyway, and we could just buy it, and it's so cheap, and you barely buy any of it. You barely use any of it, that it wouldn't really be the end of us. We've taken over a couple of ore mines that I assume are being repaired. Doesn't look like it is, but hopefully it ends up being. And then I think that's everything. Oh, we have a power petrol small that we've taken over. Power petrol small. Get rid of that. Oh, this is quite interesting. Saudi Arabia just declared war on me. And Indonesia and Poland sided with Saudi Arabia. Of course they did. So that's fun. Let's go ahead and fund their insurgency. And I guess oppose their government as well. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. They cited incursion, which happened forever ago. So I guess we have to conquer Saudi Arabia now. My troops are still on their way back. Most of these are all mine, right? Like, they were already kind of headed back. We might need to, like, skip them ahead somewhere. But Saudi Arabia has terrible supply. This is not a war I'd want to fight anytime soon, but I guess we kind of just have to. Conquering them is gonna suck, because we're not ready for it. We're gonna have to destroy their whole military and then just wage, like, a big war of attrition on them. They're gonna initially push in, but we have... Why are we flying into Egypt? I have no idea. Yeah, see, they're getting angry about that now. I guess we just pissed off the world so much now. Naval engineer destroyed at. Why are our naval engineers out? Put all these things away, please. It was a missile that went ahead and did that. The AI is pretty stupid. Well, there goes some naval engineers. Another reason to, like, not make them, right? We have garrisons placed everywhere, so we can hold off until the troops get back. Oh my god, even Japan, like, they hate our guts. Honestly, I feel like we just got blamed for that war because it was an incursion. Yeah, we did. We just got blamed as an aggressor for that war because it was an incursion. So because earlier, when my troops... Hopefully these guys are coming to help me, but I feel like they're not, considering I don't have... No, I do have mutual defense with them. I think they're going to Georgia, though. Yeah, they are. That really, really sucks. So it's because... Like, we had no justification against them. Incursion leads to war always blames the person that incurred. So we essentially just declared a war with zero justification, so the whole world fucking hates us now. The entire planet. All of our allies hate us. Because since one of our planes flew over their country, even though they didn't have permission to do it, and thus shouldn't be allowed to do it, we just got declared war on. And we're gonna have to suffer the consequences of this. I was really hoping this would be fixed by this game, but it's not. So that's really gonna slow us down, because not only do we have to win this war now, but then we have to recover from a completely unprovoked war declaration that we didn't even do, just because the ability to tell units like, hey, do not fly over neutral countries doesn't work. No matter how much I tell the AI to not, like, I don't even know. Like, I can't make it keep the naval engineers away while also letting it control Navy stuff. So unless I want to micro every naval unit I have, the naval engineers are just going to keep getting blown up because for whatever reason, the AI thinks that naval engineers are like a fighting unit. We're mostly just losing like some garrisons and the naval engineers right now. Barely any actual troops. Saudis are just pushing down a road that has basically no supply. The only place they could have conquered that would have been any good for them, we actually beat them away with, using one of the few, like, just garrisons, and then one of the few units that we actually have from our allies here. Alright, here's a nice swarm of units. Let's go send that towards their swarm of units, why don't we? Yeah. Because this is going to be fun. The entire Saudi military is mobilizing towards us, and the entire world hates our guts, and that's not going to change for a very long time. But we do still have mutual defense with quite a lot of individuals. Let's see if it'll be enough. I'm going ahead and flanking around towards CAF to cut off as many of these Saudi units as I can. They got a bunch of Bradleys, Abrams, and other cool shit in there. Flank around them, we can stop the supply spread that's reaching them. Especially if we can take CAF, we can completely cut them off, and we're already annihilating them. They're already pretty much surrounded. At this point, anyone that's actually meeting us on the front line here, let's speed it up, is getting annihilated. How's military goods? We have a massive supply, but we're also using a massive amount. It's good that I'm building at least one more factory, but don't know if it'll be enough for the whole war. For now, it's fine. Again, what are we losing? We've lost a couple of non-garrison, non-naval engineer units, but for the most part, that's what's being lost. And we've gone ahead and pushed them back to CAF. They've completely just, like, gone away up here. Let's send these units around here, because our front line here is not very happy. Let's send that front line actually away, because Arty Fire is starting to fuck them up a little bit. Let's replace that with a new group here. We'll definitely have a lot of losses after this is done. And even though we're not taking a lot of damage here, I'm tempted to move a lot of these units, because they're mostly just sitting here. Supplies not quite reaching out to them. And I'm not sure. Do we have any... We do have additional aircraft that could drop off, say, some supplies. Let's use a Hasida. Let's drop off some supplies to them with a Hasida. There it comes. There you go. Here's some bullets. Enjoy. At least we're still getting new research, so that much is good. Okay, we've completely beaten off the swarm here. So now, we've essentially completely surrounded CAF. If we actually go all the way around it, we can completely surround it. It doesn't have a barracks, so if we cut them off, all their units here will die, all their remaining units. Some are escaping, but there you go. The rest of them there, they're dead. Down here, the AI has been just pushing around, killing stuff. Yeah, the Saudis don't actually stand a chance. Especially not now that, like, the Turks are coming to help us. More and more of our allies. Holy crap. Isn't that just fun? Now Iran has declared war on us. Just because they hate us, right? Did that count against me too? It did not. This was just them declaring war because they probably had justification to do it at this point. I can condemn it. Turkey and Brazil have now broken their mutual defense with me. And there's no way for me to get mutual defense back with anybody at this point. Because literally just everybody fucking hates me now. Because if one plane flies over an enemy country or a neutral country, they can make it so that you declared war on them. So now we not only have to fight Saudi Arabia way before I intended to, we have to be at war, at least, with Iran. Now, I don't know what exactly they plan on doing. Because, okay, they plan on, like, trying to invade us through Turkey, of all things. Yeah. What the hell is this? Yeah, they're just gonna keep invading us through Turkey. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna pop out of Turkish territory, and then they're gonna fight us. It feels like our allies are still helping us, including the Turks. Maybe that you don't need mutual defense if you have formal alliance. Holy crap, this is crazy. So, our allies may still defend us even without mutual defense. And that might be why so many of them are mobilizing. So if that's true, then the Iran's units will just run into our allies. And we can focus on Saudi Arabia. Yeah, the entire army of Iran is mobilizing. And then, look at this. Some armies up here are mobilizing towards us. This is literally all because the AI, not even me. This is because the AI flew one plane somewhere where it did not have permission to fly it. And now we're going to be in an eternal war probably like right here. Because so many enemies are going to be flooding in here. Most of our allies have gone up to Georgia, which is not very useful, honestly. But at least some of this stuff is also not scrapped as I hoped it would. Like right now, all we have up here is AA. That stuff needs to go ahead and not be there. We have these, which I can't even see anything over here. It's so crazy. There you go. Supply truck and Artie. These things have to scrap. I don't care about these. It's mostly foreign units here. Hopefully they get the memo and come over here to where Iran's coming from. But we've pushed the Saudi offensive back, and now somehow we have to push through their territory, which has like no supply. So far, over 100 of Iran's units have died in the whole campaign, mind you. 7 units killed on their part. Seems like it's adding up to being mine. The Saudis, how are the Saudis doing? They got 24 kills, lost over 200 units. Our KDR is amazing, not to mention the fact that our allies are actually helping us. The Turks are defending us from Iran going through Turkish territory, which is absolutely nonsensical, but kind of fucking hilarious. Yeah, they're also coming over here. It's like the Brits right now and their challengers are fighting Iran units that are trying to invade our new Georgia territories. There's such a backlog of merchant marines from our allies here as well. So our enemies are getting slaughtered. It's just going to be a massive war of attrition. And that is, of course, assuming that nobody else declares war on us too. Because, I mean, everyone sure has justification to do so by now. Yep. Near full justification, like everyone in the world, to declare war on us. Because the AI flew a plane over Saudi Arabia, even with that option to allow them to do it, turned off. I've sent an attack force forward. I don't know if this is it. The AI is being very weird. Let me just give another order here. Because I want to move up and take this. They have a barracks here, and it's one of the only towns over here in general. You don't need to conquer the whole of a nation to actually conquer it, which is good, at least. Woo! Captured. That was actually much quicker than I expected. The problem, of course, here is just going to be supply. Supply, supply, supply. It's going to spread like shit. But we have some things to help with that. What are we losing? Occasional units. Not a whole lot. 1 or 2 a day. We're killing way more. Like, the only way this could get worse is if, like, Iraq and Egypt declared war on me. And if that happens, we're probably going to be in a perpetual state of war until we conquer everything. Just due to Supreme Ruler's retarded incursion mechanics that shouldn't exist. Oh, this is great. Now India's mobilizing to help Iran. I don't know where to, because everything Iran sends forward is just dying. I guess up here. Everything Iran sends forward is just dying anyway. They can't get past anything. Like, the fact that this can even happen is a huge problem. Not just the incursion, giving them free wars, but like, you have Iran moving through Turkish territory to fight me, and you have a couple Turkish units waiting for them, and killing every single one of them, without me needing to do a goddamn fucking thing. That itself is a huge problem in the diplomacy system of this game. It's absolutely broken as fuck. But, you know, we're here, we're playing the game, and we're gonna keep going. So, I'm out of time for this episode, unfortunately. So, we accomplished our goal, though. We took Georgia Republic. Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna make coal. Well, that's gonna have to wait, because my finances are crap now, since it counted that I declared an unjust war. I've lost my... Oh, actually, I'm getting my subsidy rating back. Look at my money, though. This is not good. It's not sustainable. The coal's gonna have to wait. So, in the next episode, I guess we're conquering Saudi Arabia. I don't know what the fuck we're doing about Iran. I'd have to invade them through Turkey or something. And I guess I have to invade them. Because while I've seen AI peace out with each other, I've still never seen them peace out with a player. For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.